So, if you've been following the VR scene over the past few months, we pretty much all know that Oculus is coming with a brand new VR headset that has been hyped to pretty much change the entire game, and it's coming really soon. The original Oculus Quest has been pretty much discontinued everywhere to make room for the new headset, and this new headset reveal was supposed to happen on Wednesday at Facebook's big VR and AR event called Facebook Connect. Well, it's been leaked. Almost all of it. Specs, comfort, design, and its capabilities. I'm Thrill, and this is the Oculus Quest 2. So here it is. We have it. Sorry, Facebook. I know you guys are hyped for the big event, and this was probably supposed to go out at that time, but here it is, and it's ridiculously powerful. So let's just get right into the specs, pricing, and capabilities of the new headset, and whether you should be looking to upgrade the second this headset becomes available. The new Quest looks to be the exact model that was leaked a few months ago by Walking Cat, following the same white plastic exterior, wider camera angle for the sensors, and an elastic strap as a head strap replacing the Quest rubber band head strap. Supposedly, this design is massively more comfortable than the current Quest, which I have heard from actual people telling me this, and the comfort of the Quest was my personal biggest gripe overall with it, and I think many can agree. So, better comfort. We can see that there are improved controllers that revert back to the design of the original Oculus Rift that I loved and was sad to see go on the last Quest. This new old design makes the controllers as a whole more comfortable to hold for a variety of hand shapes. One thing I'm really excited about here though is the wider camera angle on the sensors, which means a larger tracking volume for both controllers and hand tracking applications. Tracking for the Quest has already been proven to be pretty accurate, so this is only a positive thing. However, what you really want to hear are the specs, and this is where things get interesting. The new Oculus Quest is going to have a higher resolution than the Valve Index, and by quite a bit. From what Oculus says in this video, we're seeing that the Quest 2 is going to have near HP Reverb G2 resolution displays, meaning that this new headset may just be one of the crispest, clearest VR displays that we've ever seen. Advertised at 4K, or in other words, 2K resolution per eye, with 50% more pixels than the Oculus Quest. But this is a standalone headset, no PC required, and the more resolution you throw in a VR headset, the more graphics and computational power you'll need to power it. And this is the best part. The Oculus Quest 2 is going to have 6 GB of RAM and the cutting-edge, best standalone VR processor on the entire market, the Snapdragon XR2. If you don't know what that is, it's okay, but let me explain just how good it is. The Snapdragon XR2 was announced earlier this year to have twice the CPU and GPU power than the Snapdragon 835, the chip that's in the Oculus Quest currently. It also boasts 11 times the AI processing, 6 times the resolution support, and 4 times the video bandwidth. All in all, the XR2 is an absolute beast of a chip. And this is something I honestly did not expect to be in the Quest 2. I expected an 845 or 855 at max. Every other headset we've seen that's going to have an XR2 has been pretty expensive, so it's easy to assume that the XR2 itself is a pretty expensive chip. And the Quest 2 is definitely not targeting the expensive market. So what this actually means is everything from faster load times to better graphics, better tracking potential, and I think it's important to a lot of people, but this means longevity of the device, and this move really shows a massive dedication on Facebook's part to VR as a whole, but we'll get to that in just a minute. I'm not done with the specs yet. Better graphics and higher resolution means bigger games. The Quest 2 is going to launch with a 256GB internal storage version. I think it's safe to assume that 64 and 128GB versions will be available at a cheaper price, but a pretty massive 256GB version is confirmed. Another thing that is confirmed that is actually kind of sad and disappointing though. Oculus has some of the best compression techniques in the entire industry to get VR games to play from a PC to a standalone headset like the Quest. With one USB cable, you can turn the Quest into a fully capable PC VR headset, unlocking the true full potential of VR. Oculus has gotten so good at this, in fact, that you can play PC VR games on your Quest over USB 2.0 2.0 that only has a signaling rate of 480 megabits per second. So you'd think that officially supported wireless link support over 5 GHz Wi-Fi would be a thing Oculus would do. It's just a no-brainer. Oculus loves boasting about their wireless Quest, and technically they'd be able to do it better than anyone else. I mean, Virtual Desktop, ALVR, RiftCat do this already, but Oculus could do it better potentially. They just have an amazing compression pipeline. But I'm sorry to say it, but no official wireless PC VR link support, at least not right now. It's clearly stated here that if you want to play PC VR games on your Oculus Quest 2, you're still going to need a physical tether in the form of a USB-C cable, just like on the Quest. So, wired Oculus Link is still a thing, unless you use something like Virtual Desktop to stream your games wirelessly. So, I said last week that the Oculus Quest was dead, and I meant it. Of course, it's not actually dead. The Quest, if you own one, will still be supported likely for years in the future, but it's no longer being sold, and I wanted to be sure that people knew that buying a Quest right now was stupid, because this replacement headset, the Oculus Quest 2, is so vastly superior to its predecessor that if you're on board with Facebook, Oculus, and VR, and you're looking for a headset or looking to upgrade your Quest or Rift S or Vive, this is probably the one that's gonna do it for you. And there is no way that I could recommend someone buying a Quest now after hearing how much more powerful the Quest 2 is. Plus, the price. And I want to be clear here, all the information in this video so far is officially from Facebook Blueprints, and was accidentally published early by Facebook. These are videos that Facebook made. The only thing that is a question in the air is the price. The biggest leak that we have to go off of is Walmart's and Target's leaked price of $299 for a 64GB version and $399 for a 256GB version. I'll tell you right now, if Facebook is seriously selling the Quest 2 with an XR2 chip and 2K by 2K resolution headsets for $299, that's a steal in the VR industry. Nothing can compete with that. If you have an HP Reverb G2 pre-ordered, you might want to think twice, because this might be cheaper and more capable than the G2 will ever be, considering you could play PC VR and standalone VR wherever you go. Of course, the price is a leak and just a leak, and I want you to remember that. The Quest 2 that we're seeing in the videos could be a Pro version or something that's actually more expensive than what we saw leaked for $299. Who knows? The only thing that we could do is wait and see on Wednesday. And by the way, a quick plug, if you're looking for a place to watch Facebook Connect on Wednesday, I will be streaming it on my Twitch channel live, so you could come in and hang out and react with me and chat with hundreds of other VR lovers. The stream is going to be on Wednesday, September 16th, starting at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, plug over, let's get back to it. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comments, but I'm almost not even mad that the Oculus Quest, which launched in 2019, is being discontinued. I know it feels like it freaking sucks if you just got a Quest, or it might feel like you've been gypped. And my heart goes out to you, but hang in there, please, because this really means a lot to VR. And I do want to comfort you though. Even though the Quest 2 is significantly more powerful than the Quest, if you can't upgrade, you still have a good VR headset in the Quest. You're going to get new games, and you're going to get to play all of your current games, and you're still going to be able to connect to a PC and play PC VR games. You're not screwed per se, but my recommendation right now is, if you can upgrade, this is probably it. When the original Quest launched, it had 2-year-old phone hardware, really no game catalog, and no PC VR support. It's come a long way. But now that hardware is getting old, and it's limiting the experiences that you can have on the Quest and in VR. The Quest 2, on the other hand, is launching with literally the most cutting-edge, badass processor available for VR, with pretty industry-leading resolution and a huge game catalog with PC VR support. This is the turning point for VR, especially if the price point is right at the $300 mark. Christmas is right around the corner, and isolation due to COVID is still very real. And if $300 is real, this shows some very real dedication by Facebook. There's no way the XR2 and 2K by 2K panels in a VR headset can be sold for a profit at that price. Oculus has been owned by Facebook for years now. That's nothing new. But Facebook has recently made huge moves, practically eating up all all of the independence that Oculus had, and doing things like requiring Facebook logins, dissolving Oculus R&D programs to join with Facebook AR attempts to form Facebook Reality Labs. Oculus is Facebook at this point, but Facebook bringing Oculus in closer to the core company kind of makes sense when you're talking about an investment this big, likely selling each and every headset at a pretty significant loss, making likely no money off of hardware sales, banking on the success of VR as a culture and industry. No matter your stance on Oculus or Facebook, you have to admit this is pretty ballsy, and it's overall for the good of VR. If this means that millions more people can join in VR and enjoy what we all love, then that also means that developers can make more money and make better games or more games. And it will eventually mean that other hardware manufacturers will see this success and join in. The Quest 2 isn't just a potentially game-changing headset for games, it's potentially a game-changing headset for VR in its entirety. But of course, it could suck. And if it sucks, I'll tell you it sucks. However, this still has me excited, and I'll be reviewing it here on this channel, don't you worry. And if you listened to me last week and didn't buy a Quest, I'm proud of you. Make sure you go follow my Twitch to watch the actual Facebook Connect stream. It's gonna be a blast. Also, join up in my Discord. I told thousands of people there about this before I could even make a video. If you want to be up to date with everything the second it happens, and have a community to share your love of VR and play games, come on in. I do want to thank all of my Patreon supporters, especially my Omegas like Benji, Fusion Oak, HCG Randon, Ron Zarelli, Token Engineer, Tristan Sloan, True Killa, Very Evil Shadow. Y'all are the real MVPs, and I couldn't do any of this without you. Don't forget to like this video if you loved it, subscribe if you want more of this, and hit that freaking bell if you just can't live without it. Much love, Thrill out.